Dreams are fragile. One careless laugh can weigh more than 1,000 doubts. Stay until the end, because the moment the laughter stopped will surprise you. Ethan was a quiet 16-year-old in Ohio. While friends talked about cars and football, he filled his bedroom with wires, scrap motors, and half-working gadgets. He dreamed of building a robot to help farmers harvest faster. He told his class, "I want to build a harvester small enough for family farms." The room broke into laughter. Someone shouted, "You can't even keep up in math." The laughter rang in his ears all week. Ethan taped the box of parts shut and pushed it under his bed. He whispered, "Maybe they are right." His grandfather, a retired mechanic, found him sulking in the garage. The air smelled of oil and old wood. Grandpa said, "Every invention sounds funny before it works." Do not let their laugh finish your story. At school, Mr. Alvarez, the science teacher, noticed the change. He invited Ethan to the Maker Club after class. "Bring your idea," he said, "and bring your questions too." Ethan started again. He learned to solder safely, to read simple diagrams, and to test one step at a time. The first frame bent. The second rattled itself apart. The third finally moved a plastic arm 2 inches, and everyone cheered. A local community garden let him practice on sample rows of plastic plants. The robot jammed and the wheels slipped in the dirt. A volunteer smiled and said, "Now you know what to fix. Come back next Saturday." Ethan worked in his grandfather's garage late into the night. The radio hummed softly while the old man handed him a rag and told stories of engines that failed before they flew. Little by little, the machine clicked and turned without shaking. On the day of the school science fair, he rolled the prototype in on a cart. The gym smelled like fresh markers and popcorn. The kids who once laughed stood a few feet away, whispering. A judge asked, "What problem does it solve?" Ethan said, "Small farms need safe tools that fit tight rows. This one grips and cuts without crushing." He spoke slowly and looked the judge in the eye. He flipped the switch. The arm clattered, then steadied. The gripper closed, lifted a foam vegetable, and placed it cleanly in a bin. A hush spread across the gym, followed by a burst of applause. After the ribbons were handed out, Ethan stood with a blue one in his palm. One of the boys who had mocked him walked over. He rubbed the back of his neck and said, "I was wrong." I laughed because I did not understand how much work it takes. Ethan nodded and smiled. Dreams do not need applause at the start. They need quiet work and one person who believes. The boy said, "Next year I want to join the club. Can you show me where to start?" 2 years later, Ethan studied engineering. Every break he came home to help at the community garden and to mentor the next group in the Maker Club. The robot that once drew laughter now drew a line of curious kids. The dream they laughed at became a reason for others to try. The garage lights still glowed warm in the evening. The old wrench still waited on the bench for another pair of hands. So do not laugh at someone else's dream. Your laugh may echo in their doubts, or your belief may echo in their courage. Choose the echo you want to leave.